All right, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about why this guy, Andrew Tate, is right. Now, he's right, but not what about you think. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about his views on women, life, young men, etc., because I actually disagree with a lot of the things he says. But the one thing he is right about is the way he is currently running his business, and in particular, how he's using a tool like Active Campaign to actually grow his business. So unless you've been living under a rock for the past 6+ months, you will, I'm sure, would have seen who this guy is. Andrew Tate, he has blown up over the past few months. Don't even really need to go and intro him and who he is, because I'm sure you'll know exactly who he is by now. But essentially, he has created a load of content. He is blown up on social media, and he runs a education company or a online membership or an online coaching membership called Hustlers University, where he teaches basically 18 different ways for people to be able to make money online. Now, recently, he has been banned from Instagram and Facebook. So I don't believe he's going to be getting his accounts back. And now he's not going to be able to post on Instagram, where he was actually driving a lot of his business. But this is why he is smart, and this is why he was right. And this is why he's actually been running his business more intelligently than a lot of other people that you see on social media. Because there are basically two ways to get traffic to your websites just like this. So if he's promoting Hustlers University, and it's actually on a pre-release right now for 3.0 version. There was the 2.0, but now it's 3.0. But there's basically a couple of ways that you can, in business, drive traffic to a site like this where you can make sales. And there's two different types. So there is traffic that you own, and there is traffic that you borrow. Now, the traffic that you borrow is on social media platforms. So places like YouTube and places like Facebook and places like Instagram, TikTok, all that sort of good stuff. The reason why you're borrowing that traffic is because people are going onto Facebook. They are Facebook's customers. They are Instagram's customers. They are YouTube's customers. They are logging onto their account on a different platform, and you have an account on that platform, and basically as they are on YouTube, you are borrowing the traffic from them. If they come across an Andrew Tate video, then they're going to see one of his videos, and then they're going to go to Hustlers University, right? He's borrowing the traffic from these websites, and he's sending them to his membership to purchase, right? So that's the first way. I know I've done this in the opposite order, but who cares? Then the second type of traffic is the traffic that you own, where you aren't actually relying on another business or another platform to actually get eyeballs on Hustlers University. The most common way of traffic that you own is an email list. So you can own an email list. It's your data that you have collected. And if you have that email list, you can email them at any time, and you can send as much traffic as you want to Hustlers University. He doesn't have to rely on another platform to have that. And Andrew Tate uses a tool called Active Campaign, where he will have an email list, I'm sure, of hundreds of thousands of people that he can email and sell Hustlers University to. Now, this is why he's right, and this is why he's smart. Because he has effectively been cancelled in the last week or so. And if this would have happened to any of your regular influencers, so I mean, like more traditionally, it's been like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, David Dobrik, people like that. They're influencers who, if they would have got cancelled, they would have lost their business. And this is why. So, say for example, you've got an influencer on IG, and they will get paid a certain amount of money to promote a particular product, right? And it could be their own product, or it could be like a company, like a brand deal that they're basically going to get an affiliate commission on. Now, this is the only way of driving traffic. And if you look at their like Instagram posts or their story posts, they would typically link you directly to this product's website. They will send you from Instagram, from traffic that they've effectively borrowed, and they will send it directly to the product. So if the Instagram account gets cancelled, then they have no way of sending money to these products' websites, which means they're obviously not going to get paid, right? If the influencer doesn't have a social media profile where they can influence people, then the brands aren't going to pay them money, and they will just lose their entire business. That's why the influencers are so scared of getting cancelled, because they know if their social media accounts get shut down, then they're not going to be able to earn any money and they're going to become irrelevant. This is where Andrew Tate was smart. See, he focused on this. He focused on making sure that, yes, he was growing on social media, but he was also building a traffic source that he owns. So if you go to his website, one of the first things that pops up is a little pop-up box, or it should do, where basically it asks you for your email address. So Weekly Knowledge exclusively for G's. He's building a newsletter. And what happens is I'm going to enter my name and email address. And when that happens, I get sent an email that looks like this. And it says, welcome to the newsletter of Andrew Tate. And he basically gives me like a welcome email. Now he has my email address. He owns basically my email address that he can email me unless I unsubscribe. He can email me whenever he wants. And there'll be lots of different places throughout all of his websites and stuff like that where you can actually get onto his email address. Even if you go to Hustlers University 3.0 right now and you want to register for the pre-release, guess what? He's going to ask you for your email address, and he's going to basically build this channel that he owns. So now, even though he was using Instagram, he was using Facebook, he was also using email marketing to basically drive traffic and make money, more importantly, off Hustlers University. Now, his Instagram has been banned, so he's not able to do this. His Facebook has been banned, so he's not able to do this. But he owns this traffic. No one can take these emails off him. He's already bought this he already owns this traffic source. It's his. So guess what? He can still make a shitload of money, and he still will make a shitload of money by sending emails from his list to Hustlers University. That's why it's not a huge deal for him, even though it is a big deal. It's not a huge deal that he has been banned from Instagram and Facebook, because he's still been building his email list over the past, I don't know how many years. I would love to know how many people are on his email list. He apparently had, was it like 100,000 people inside Hustlers University? So he had 100,000 customers. So I don't know how many people were going to be on his email list, but he's already got 100,000 customers. So, you can imagine that his email list has probably got millions of people on it. So he had, I believe, 4.1 million people following on Instagram. I don't have a clue about his Facebook, but I'm sure Instagram drove a lot of the traffic. Well, he probably has, over 4 million people on his email list. So he's effectively not cancelled, because he can still email these people and make money from Hustlers University. I mean, just look at him now. He's been banned from Facebook and Instagram, but he's clearly doing some form of big launch for his company. If you are an influencer, or if your regular influencer gets banned from their most popular social media channels, the first thing they do isn't going to be start launching another company. or launching another product because they have no way to drive traffic. That's the last thing they're going to do is think about selling something. They're basically just going to try and build up these traffic sources again. But what is Andrew Tate doing? Just look literally what he's doing. There's a reason why he's building Hustlers University 3.0, right? And it's because he's getting ready for a huge launch. There's no way that he's launching Hustlers University 3.0 if he's got no way to drive traffic to it. And I believe, if I've just read that correctly in the news, that he's actually shut down his affiliate program. So obviously one of the ways which he blew up and went viral is that he had a nice affiliate program to Hustlers University where if you joined and you referred someone, you could make like 50% commission, I believe it was, on the monthly fee. So what was happening was a lot of people were going to these different platforms like Instagram, Facebook, and like TikTok, and basically posting his content, using their affiliate links, and driving traffic to Hustlers University. Well, he's cancelled that now. So previously, we'll put like affiliates here. He was also doing this and driving a load of traffic from affiliates. Well, guess what? He's cancelled that now as well because he did get a lot of shit from it. It was very misunderstood. People calling it a pyramid scheme, etc., but whatever. He's cancelled that now. So again, if he has cancelled Instagram, Facebook, and his affiliate program, but he's still about to launch a 3.0 version of his product, it's because he's super confident he's still going to get a shitload of traffic from his email list to this website. So, moral of the story is, whatever business you have, you should be aiming to get traffic that you own. So it's basically going to future-proof yourself from any challenges that you have business-wise in the future. Because as long as you own this, you'll always be able to get eyeballs on any offer that you have. And this is important because I know a lot of people who back in the day, maybe in like 2016, around 2016, 2017, it was around when Facebook Lives became a thing. And what happens was that people had a Facebook page and they would post and they would go live. And these were their primary ways to drive traffic. And they would drive traffic to their offer. Well, what happened? I can't remember when it was, around 2017, Facebook changed their algorithm where hardly any posts got seen and hardly any like live notifications got seen. When Facebook Live came out, as soon as someone on your friends list would go live, everyone would get a notification being like, hey, Sam has just gone live. No one gets those notifications anymore. So the people who actually attended the Facebook Lives and the people who actually saw your post, and this is from a business page, by the way, the amount of people that see this has dropped dramatically. So that meant that no one anymore was getting driven to the offer because no one was actually seeing the posts or the lives. So for a lot of people who ran their business purely off their Facebook business page, basically lost their business overnight. So it's the same in the future. A lot of people say that Instagram's algorithm is crap these days and like the reach is super low. TikTok is hot right now, but eventually the algorithm is going to get worse and worse, which means less people are going to see your stuff. People complain that YouTube is harder to grow these days. So as long as you're building your email list, you are future-proofing your business to make sure that even if Instagram goes, even if TikTok goes, even if YouTube goes, you've still got your email list and you will be able to drive traffic to your offers. Don't build your business purely, you should build your business on social, but the goal of this is to use social media to get people on your email list and then drive the traffic, right? This is the way to do it. What you don't want to do, and then again, you drive it to your product or your offer. What you don't want to do is go straight from social media and drive someone straight to your offer. Because as soon as social media gets cancelled, you get cancelled, the algorithms stop working, then you have no way of driving traffic to your offer in the future. So this is the key. This is what you need to focus on. This is what Andrew Tate has done incredibly well, getting people to join his email list. So even now that he is cancelled on his most popular platforms, he's still going to be able to make millions because he owns his own traffic source, which is obviously his email address. So that's what you want to focus on. That's what you want to build. That's what Andrew Tate did right in this whole scenario. Again, not excusing his views or the way he runs business or like his views on men and all that sort of stuff and women. But one thing he did right 100% was build his email list. So he's still going to make a shitload of money even if he's not on social media anymore.